Welcome students. In today's class will try to understand about universal gravitational constant, which is a very useful constant because unless we find out this constant, our formula for gravitational force would not be completed. As we know, according to our previous knowledge from universal law of gravitation propagated by Sir Isaac Newton, we came to know the relation of gravitational force with the masses of the object and the distance between them. But still the formula was incomplete because the proper gravitational constant was not found that time. But now, after a wait of 112 years, Henry Cavendish, a British scientist, found the value of universal gravitational constant as shown in the picture. In 1798 he was able to do so. Now how was he able to do so? With the help of very complicated torsion balance which has been shown there, and one diagrammatic picture is also shown there. With the help of that he managed to find out the value of universal gravitational constant. Like in the diagram you could see one torsion wire is there, and in that two lighter mass balls which is shown with the red color has been shown. Now beside that two heavier lead ball is kept. Now due to the larger LED ball which has been shown with the capital M mass kept opposite to the two balls shown in red color with lighter mass, due to gravitational force applied by these larger masses, they applied equal and opposite force from the opposite end. This we called technically torque. Torque is required to give a rotational motion of any object, just like in the steering of your car and all. We apply two equal and opposite force. Now due to this torque, the torsion wire started twisting. Now the angle by which it twisted, with the help of this knowledge and the length of the rod, Henry Cavendish managed to calculate the value of universal gravitational constant. Now for this the knowledge required will be provided in you in the higher classes. So wait for that, but this is the brief introduction in which how Henry Cavendish managed to find the value of universal gravitational constant. So this is Sir Lord Henry Cavendish contribution. Now moving to the formula for capital G and how do we define it. As we know from the universal gravitational law, we have come to know the formula for gravitational force. F is equal to capital G m1 m2 by d square. Now if we superposition the capital G one side and the rest of the member to the right hand side, we will get a relation capital G is equal to F into d square by m1 into m2. So this is one of the mathematical way that I hope everybody knows that. So now this is the formula for. Now on the basis of the formula which we got, that capital G is equal to F d square by m1 into m2, this formula can be utilized for finding unit of the gravitational constant. Now if we replace the SI unit for force, as we know the SI unit of force is Newton, then for distance the SI unit is meter. So, since it is the square of the distance, so obviously it will be the square of the meter also. So, in numerator we are getting Newton meter square. Now, for denominator it is mass m1 into mass m2 of both the objects. Now, when we take product of both the mass, since SI unit of mass is kilogram, so obviously kilogram into kilogram, we are going to get square of the kilogram. So, finally, we get the unit Newton meter square per kilogram square. So, take care of that. Somewhere it is written also Newton meter square and kg to the power minus 2. So, it does not matter. Now, it is time to get the value of this constant, and that is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. And this is a very small constant. That is why whenever we try to find out the value of gravitational force between two objects on earth, we get a very small value of gravitation due to this very less value of this constant. Thank you very